is about the Mr. Vimal Veeravansa's so-called National Freedom Front, which used slander Sinhala language, along with the Diviner newspaper on diviner.com and lankasinews.com, use a variant Sinhala language like a slander language, to inspire falsely the Sinhala people towards some indiscipline and immoral activity based culture here over a period of time. Because we can see yesterday on diviner.com newspaper, they say Stalin La Nirodhayani, that in Sinhala, in English means Joseph Stalin is in quarantine. This is a language, when you say like that, Stalin La Ge Nirodhayani or something like that, it's like it inspires the language used in this way. It's a language technique where you make sure that the common man who reads it, right, they also get into the same protest and get into the normal outside the quarantine rules, you unnecessarily like protest and then go into quarantine, because this is Stalin Lage Nirodhan in Sinhala, right? So this is a language technique which has been used by lankasinews.com, owned by Vimal Veeravansa's National Freedom Front, and also diviner.com newspaper. This has to stop immediately. And also Mr. Vimal Veeravansa's comments about the dual citizenship and those people entering the Parliament of Sri Lanka. Well, the problem is, if dual citizens are entering the Parliament, of course, there had been a constitutional amendment. So, constitution had amendment, and Mr. Vimal Veeravansa, Mr. Udaya Gammampila, that time when I protested on my YouTube channel, said, no, President became very emotional and they decided to support. Okay. Then now after supporting it, now getting into certain mess, now Vimal Veeravansa says, okay, he is not worried about Mr. Basil Rajapaksa's entry. He never protested, but rather he never issued any statement to say Basil Rajapaksa must not enter the Parliament. But he said that he was only opposed to the 20th, the amendment that allowed the dual citizens to get into Parliament. So now this is a clear indication that Vimal Veeravansa Udaya Gammampila, due to their support to the Sri Lanka Defence Forces Army during the war effort, they are under siege, to let down the country to their, deals. Mr. Udaya Gammampila's this crude oil refinery project, and also Mr. Vimal Veeravansa's, this lankasinews.com website, and they are under siege to do certain things. Otherwise, they would face the International Criminal Court action, Hague. Because of that, they are talking like this for politics, not about they don't think about the interest of our country. Because now, he says, Mr. Vimal Veeravansa says, Basil Rajapaksa or any other person being offered a post by President, he cannot reject that. That means he is okay, Basil Rajapaksa, anyone can be given a post, then he cannot oppose it. Okay. Then he says, economic development, economic growth is important. That is more important, and this is what actually the Roman Catholic Church says. Economic development, we have to go behind selling the country to the Roman, make the country Roman Catholic. Then you can develop economically the country, financially. Trade account, BOP, balance of payment, and the International Monetary Fund, bailouts, like today appearing on the dailymirror.lk, other family newspaper. Sri Lanka government requesting now the bailout package from IMF, $800 million. All this comes only if you go behind and make this country Roman Catholic. That is what the Vimal Veeravansa also says. So here, what would happen is 20th amendment. To the constitution, he comments like this. Now he says that at that time the president has said that he would bring in the new constitution soon. So new constitution and the 20th amendment has no link, right? Because now yesterday on lankasinews.com website, Mr. Vimal Veeravansa said 20th amendment to the constitution that allowed dual citizens to get into the Parliament President at that time, even despite the Jatika, Pivituru Urumaya, Jatika, Pivituru, this party and Mr. Udayakamapira National Freedom, so-called National Freedom Party of, which wants economic freedom by making the country Roman Catholic or Christian. That's what they call national freedom, is that freedom, Christian-based freedom, based that God allocate all wealth, right? That freedom only Mr. Vimal Veeravansa operates this multi-million, cost expenditure involved lankasnews.com website and get various people to put comments and tell them, okay, you put a comment like this, like that. His mechanism is a multi-million-dollar racket. Okay, now he says at that time the president brought the 20th Amendment and because with the promise that new constitution would come. New constitution draft committee, as I said earlier, is headed by Mr. Romesh Silva, who is a Roman Catholic lawyer who had done all cases free of charge to the Roman Catholic Church of Sri Lanka, similar to Mr. Ali Sabri doing cases free of charge to President Gotabaya. So, because of this situation, the new constitution, Vimal Veeravansa, now under siege, he tried to bring the new constitution quickly to make it a more stable Roman Catholic Christian country, Sri Lanka. So we cannot accept this because the constitutional draft committee must be co-headed by a Roman Catholic Church's supported lawyer is Mr. Ramesh Perano. Okay, then there must be a Buddhist clergy supported lawyer, and then there must be a Hindu priest supported church lawyer. There must be a Judaism based interest supported lawyer, and also there must be a Islam mosque supported mosque supported lawyer as the co-head chairman of the constitutional draft committee. So Vimal Veeravansa is false, and he together with the Gammampila and Champika Ranavika, who pretextly falsely resigned from the his original Hela Urumaya party, which paved the way for Udaya Gammampila to form Pivituru Hela Urumaya and Champika Ranavika at that time 2014 responsible for removing President Mahinda Rajapaksa through the the Jatika Hela Urumaya, now resigning to give a false impression that he is no more in politics. But actually what he's doing is, together Jatika Hela Urumaya, Pivituru Hela Urumaya, Vimal Veeravansa's National Freedom Front, and the Joseph Stalin of Ceylon Teachers Union, who had been the president, in this post for so many decades, he must be incorporated with a new leader. Ceylon Teachers Union must be renamed as Sri Lanka Teachers Union, rather. Okay, and then so they together support the Roman Catholic initiative, because these people, whom I mentioned, only wants money. Gammampila wanted money basically, not freedom as they talk. Vimal Veeravansa wants money. Champika Ranavika wants money. Joseph Stalin wants money. That's what they do here. And besides, Mr. Vimal Veeravansa's statement on the dual citizens enter the parliament cannot be accepted, because even if the dual citizens come here, whoever, they are Sri Lankan citizens after all. Okay, then if they do anything wrong here, they are in our country, our land. Right? They won't be able to leave this country if they do anything wrong here, because they are under our control. No, US Army is not here. No, US Police also not here. No, Sri Lanka Police, Sri Lanka Defence Forces are here. So even if they are Anglican Church, UK dual citizens, so in that case it's very strange. No Chinese dual citizens, no Japanese dual citizens, no Iranian dual citizens, only American dual citizens are entering the parliament, right? So whoever dual citizens, everybody must enter then. UK dual citizens, European dual citizens, Italian dual citizens, Japanese dual citizens, and the Chinese dual citizens, Australian dual citizens, Sri Lanka, Tamil dual citizens from Canada, everybody must enter, not only the American dual citizens here. So whoever in that case, still, even if they enter, okay, even if they are dual citizens, they are in our country now, even though they are dual citizens, now they are in our soil. So if they are doing anything wrong, we can take any action against them. So then Vimal Veeravansa's, this statement is completely fabricated to make Sri Lanka a Christian country. Whoever the dual citizen, they are in our country, they are not operating from UK, US, Mr. Basil Rajapaksa is living here. So if they do anything wrong, we can take action because we are not brainless people, the Sinhala Buddhist people. So this, Sri Lanka must look into this matter.